Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to the channel. I hope this video finds you in great mental health. Guys, I'm still doing my investigation. I'm still talking about Llips and production. And like I said in another previous video, I'm not going to stop talking about this case. I am not. You know, some comments are saying, "Oh, let it go, let Lips rest in peace." No, no, he rested in peace. I don't have no. I don't have nothing to do with none of that. I'm not gonna stop talking about this case, and I hope other content creators don't stop talking about this case either. Cause you know who's not talking about this case? The news media. The news media over here on, on social media where Lips channel was popular and we got to know Lips and we got to know production. Of course, all of us are intrigued and all of us want to know like what's going to happen, what had happened. We want to know. And we're not going to get that from any of these news outlets. There are several news outlets that cover the Gwinnett County area where the incident happened. I've only read one news story that pretty much like covered, or one article from a newspaper. I think it was from the Gwinnett County newspaper or something like that, that covered the story. And there's been nothing else. And I don't believe, because I've been looking, because the story is that county is covered under WSMB TV Channel 2. I went to their website, nothing. It didn't even make it to the news that I'm aware of. Now, if I'm wrong, comment down below. Nobody's covering this story because don't nobody care. At the end of the day, they just don't. Like I said, Channel 2, no story. Fox 5 Atlanta didn't see a story. TV Gwinnett, no story. The stories are not out there because in their opinion, they're not newsworthy. And so if it was not for content creators covering this and continue to talk about this just would have been another sad, sad story. It just would have went away and a few people would have known what had happened, but most of you would not know. You would know where the case was, what's happening with production, and I'm going to follow it. I'm going to follow it. If you don't like it, if you think that we're interfering with the grieving process of the family, I don't believe so. I think they have a choice not to watch us. They don't want to watch what we have to say about this case, no matter if people like, production, if they hate production, if they like Lips, if they hate Lips. It's, whatever is out there. If the family does not want to hear it, if it's causing them more grief, then don't watch it. But other people want to hear what is happening with this case. And so it's just interesting to me that the news outlets are not covering this case. Will they be at his trial? No, because they haven't even picked it up thus far. Gwinnett County it looked like a county that's a little bit off the chain. They get a lot of mug shots every day. They get a lot going on. I don't know what that situation is. Like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's a poor county. I don't know what the socioeconomic makeup is. It looks very brown county. And so they got a lot of, it looks to me like, a murder is like every day, almost like every day, domestic violence every day. Like, and so this case is not anything new for them. Plus, they're black men. They were gay. And so it's not like this, ooh, we got to talk about this story or bring this story to the forefront. It's just not. Now, like I said, if I'm wrong, if I missed it, I went to all those news outlets, looked in their histories. I didn't see no story. There was no story. So I couldn't expect them to follow through with this story as production goes to his court hearings, as decisions are made regarding what's going to happen to him. You're not going to get it anywhere else but us on social media. And that's it, and that's all. If you interested, then click the videos. If you not, then keep pushing. It's on you. I'm doing this because I want to. I don't have to tell you if social media pays my bills or not. You already, if you know me, you already know the answer to that. And so I'm just, if people have that question, like, why are you doing this? Like, my nuts in your mouth. Like, I'm
Oh my
sorry. I
God.
don't care. I don't care. Y'all really starting to really see the real side of me. Like, I've been on here for a long time. I've been on social media. That you might be new to me, but I've been on social media. I'm going to do what I do. I was very kind to Lips and Production. I never talked about their mess. I never brought it to social media. Even though I knew about it, I never talked about it. So I'm coming from a place of respect for them. Even in this situation, as far as Lips is concerned, I haven't said anything negative about him or production. I loved them from a social media content creator point of view. And so for that, I'm going to continue to cover their story. I'm going to cover it right up to if production is found not guilty and released. I'm going to cover it if he's found guilty and they charge him with life in prison. I'm going to still cover this story right up to that point and might write him in prison. Yeah. So that's it, and that's all. And y'all have a great day.
Guess what? I got a share with me and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. And hit that one bell.
Subscribe. Say subscribe to Psychology Eats.
Subscribe to Cowboy Eat.
Not Cowboy.